This story is a very sad one, and it goes to show why you need to be very careful around the people you call your friends. This case, known as the Efe Money and Easy Boutique case, is not just about crime, it's also about greed, deception, and how ignoring warning signs can lead to devastating outcomes. Good friends can save you, but if you have bad ones, or someone who is silently nursing envy and jealousy, then you must be very, very careful. If you see any red flags, don't ignore them, because ignoring those flags can lead to terrible things like what happened to Paulinus Okon. On September 8, 2024, Paulinus' best friend Efe Omonetiyi, also known as Efe Money, invited him, Paulinus, to a birthday party in Otokutu, Delta State, Nigeria. Before leaving for the party, Paulinus told his brother that Efe, his friend, had told him about a strange dream he had. In that dream, Paulinus was kidnapped by some unknown people, but since it was just a dream, they didn't think much about it. But unknown to them, that dream would turn into real-life tragedy. Paulinus and Efe went for the birthday party in Paulinus' car that evening. But later that night, Paulinus didn't come back home. His family tried calling him, but his phone isn't connecting. The next day, Efe came to Paulinus' shop asking about him. This surprised the family because they knew that Paulinus left with Efe the previous evening. When they questioned Efe, he denied being with Paulinus and he quickly left the shop in anger. This is when the story began to take a dark turn. Days passed and the family couldn't find Paulinus. His phone numbers were all switched off. Now, the family wondered how Paulinus disappeared under the watch of Efe, and Efe is denying it. Now, after some days, Efe then visited Paulinus' family and said that he needed a sum of 500,000 to pay a native doctor to find Paulinus using spiritual powers. The worried family looked for the money and gave it to Efe. Now, if Efe wanted to help find his friend, what happened to filing a missing person report with the police? He would do that because, of course, he will have a lot of questions to answer. Later, Efe returned with Paulinus' SIM card to the family. He said the kidnappers gave him the SIM card and then demanded a ransom before they could release Paulinus. Another question I want to ask is, how did he meet with the kidnappers to get the SIM? Now, he told the family that the kidnappers demanded the sum of 11 million naira before they could release Paulinus. The family rallied round and they raised 11 million naira and gave it to Efe, hoping that he was going to bring Paulinus back to them alive. This is the reason why I say people should be very careful about the people they call their friends. Now, Paulinus picked up Efe to help him get a footing in life. He took him like his own blood brother and kept no secret away from him. Little did he know that he was digging his own pit by helping his friend. After some days, Efe came back to Paulinus' family again, saying the kidnappers wanted another 7 million naira. The family gave that money to him, making a total of 18,500,000. But still, there was no sign of Paulinus. As if that was not enough, Efe then came back to the family after some days to tell them that his car broke down because he was helping them to find their son. So he asked for another 3.3 million naira to fix the car engine. And the family still rallied round and gave Efe the money. All they wanted was their son back home and alive. Now, you would think that was all, right? After some days, Efe claimed he was also kidnapped by the same kidnappers who kidnapped Paulinus, and that the kidnappers are demanding the sum of 1.5 million naira for his own release. Now, Paulinus' family still gave that money to him, but nothing happened. You can see why they say the heart of man is truly wicked. Realizing something was wrong, Paulinus' brother contacted the human rights activist Israel Joe. This was what they should have done a long time ago. Israel Joe and Paulinus' brother went to the police to report Paulinus' disappearance. The police started their investigation and later they found Paulinus' car abandoned somewhere at the outskirts of town. Now they asked about who he was last seen with and all hands pointed to Efe and he was arrested. Efe initially denied knowing anything about Paulinus' disappearance, but trust the Nigerian police. They know what to do to get the information they needed. The smart Nigerian police uncovered the truth about everything that happened. After investigation, the police revealed how Efe had planned everything from the start. This is how it all started. Now, Paulinus Okon was a respectable businessman who owned Easy Boutique. Now, it's the largest boutique in Otokutu, Delta State, Nigeria. Paulinus was originally from Cross River State but had moved to Delta to pursue a better life. Through years of hard work and dedication, Paulinus built a thriving business and became a role model to so many people in Otokutu, Delta State. Among his circle of friends, there was this guy called Efe Omoniti, popularly known as Efe Money. Now, Paulinus trusted Efe so much, like he was more than just a friend. Efe helped to manage Paulinus' ventures and he was involved in several investment and property dealings belonging to Paulinus. Now, Paulinus even bought Efe a car, showing how much he valued their friendship. But what Paulinus didn't know was that Efe harbored jealousy and greed deep inside of his heart. This dark side would eventually lead to one of the most shocking betrayals unimaginable. Now, before this whole incident, Efe told Paulinus about some property for sale, and out of trust, Paulinus sent the sum of 30 million naira to Efe's account. But instead of Efe using the money to buy the property for Paulinus as agreed, he started using the 30 million naira for his own personal building project. Now, when Paulinus asked Efe to show him the property he bought for him, Efe started giving excuses, and later Paulinus started to ask for his money back. And since Efe wasn't ready to give him back the money or the property, to cover his tracks, he hired some bad guys to unalive Paulinus. So he first approached a man with 450,000 naira to do the dirty job, but the man refused. So he now approached another person, Okaga Gaga, offering him the sum of 680,000 naira to carry out the dirty job. And the man accepted and the plan was set. So that was when he, Efe, invited Paulinus for a birthday party that evening. He had already planned everything out. So while Efe and Paulinus were on their way to the birthday party, the men caught and took Paulinus into a nearby bush, tied him up and unalived him, and they threw his body into a river. The chief priest of Otokutu shrine was part of the plan, and he took Paulinus' head to his shrine and buried it. Now, let me say this quickly. In many of the true crime stories that we share on this channel, money is often the main reason why people do terrible things. Yes, but you don't have to harm anybody to make money, right? There are real and legitimate ways to earn, both online and offline. I make money doing honest online businesses, and you too can do the same. Go to digidrop.com.ng, pick a course and start learning immediately. Now, the link in the description will take you directly to the page where you just have to select a course that you want and then start learning immediately. Now, those are affiliate courses, I must say, and if you buy any course from that site, I will get a little commission, right? But the good news is that those courses there are heavily discounted for you, so you get valuable skills for very little amount of money. Click on the link in the description and start for free today, right? So back to our story. So I've told you how they unalived Paulinus and dropped his body in the river, isn't it? Now, the body after some days began to float. So Efe was notified and he quickly instructed his boys to get the body out, which they did. They removed Paulinus' intestine and tied concrete blocks to the body to permanently sink it so it won't have to float again. Now, you can imagine the extent to which people can go to hide evil. Now, the police arrested everyone that was involved, including the chief priest who buried the head. Now, the community was shocked and everyone was angry about what happened. Now, this heartbreaking case is still under investigation. Now, as we round up this video, here are 4 lessons I want you to take home. Number 1, choose your friends wisely. Not everyone who smiles with you has your best interest at heart. Pay attention to warning signs like jealousy and greed. Number 2, trust your instinct. If something feels off about a person or situation, take it seriously. It's better to be cautious than to be regretful, right? Number 3, involve the authorities early. When someone goes missing or anything happens, report it to the police immediately. Delay can give the criminals more time to cover their tracks, right? Number 4, be cautious with money. Even in close relationship, be careful with financial dealings. Always verify investment and don't hand out large sum of money without proper documentation. Now, I want to ask you this question. What punishment do you think Efe and others deserve? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on this case. Stay safe anywhere you are. Take care of yourself and God bless you. Bye-bye.